G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. Do you think this wall behind me is a bit boring? Well, council thought the wall was a bit boring. So they've decided to spice it up and spruce it up with a 24 panel artwork, which council has purchased the materials for and volunteers have done the rest. I am going to come back and look at each panel in detail, but for an overview, let's call this a walk and talk. As you can see, we have photography, pottery, ceramics and photography. It's a fairly comprehensive bit of work. I'm very pleased with it, so therefore I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to call this panel number 1. It's the westernmost panel. This is laser cut steel. With additional items welded on. Panel number 2 are rectangular and square glazed ceramic tiles, I think. Panel 3 is more laser cut steel welded to steel mesh. Quite clever, really. I happen to know that this one symbolises people of Glen from the 1840s to the 1880s. So we have at the start, at the top of the panel, a lot more Aborigines than there are white fellas. Probably the only way to do justice to all of the script is if I take it in vertical segments. A lot of work went into this. Those really familiar with my channel will have seen the YouTube Sculptors Guild videos, and in there's a particular video on the Teapot Queen, Anita Stewart. Well, it was the Teapot Queen who did this. And we have another laser cut steel panel showing a ubiquitous water pump and a sheet. This one is an interesting style, incorporating many stencils. A photographic collage photographic work was done by local company Photo Create. More ceramics. You've heard of it raining cats and dogs. Well, this appears to be a downpour of Datsun cogs. A theme which this next laser cut and welded steel panel pretty much takes up and runs with. We have another photographic panel. Yet more laser cut welded steel. This is what they call a work in progress. Max Powell is putting the final fitting touches on it. See if I can get both panels in the same pan. Little ceramic cameos. And by the look of this, Anita Stewart, the teapot queen, has been at it again. But I could be wrong. She's not the only person in town who builds teapots. We have a portrait gallery taken from the Glen land of the Beardies History House and Museum. Now I may be wrong, but I think this is a laser cut steel rainbow serpent. And here we have a photographic representation of a whole lot of artworks and artifacts. Which I'll try again to represent without the glare. We have another laser cut steel panel, pretty much showing a dreaming track with a circle of hands, I think, as well as the obligatory shopping trolleys. Laser cut steel representation of carved trees, shield scar trees. A ceramic representation of a river. And this one is actually three-dimensional. An enormous amount of work has gone into creating this. Absolutely brilliant. We have more ceramic tiles, glazed. We have a photographic panel of flora. A lot of ferns, black and white waratahs, wattles, daisies, flannel flowers, laser cut welded steel, we have wattle birds, we have a guru guru gara gara kookaburra, banksia, another waratah, scrub turkey, and let's call them grey fantails. A wetlands scene in laser cut steel with fish and platypus. Absolutely spectacular. And panel 24 is another multicoloured ceramic offering. Okay, so here's the entire artwork. So if you're interested in the artwork of Glen here on Bourke Street, this is where we keep what you might as well think of as the sublime. And it really is sublime. Whereas here at the Wentworth Street roundabout, this is where we keep our ridiculous artwork. And believe it or not, these sculpted elephant turds were commissioned to be cobbled up from fencing wire held together with elephant snot welding, and it cost council $35,000 to have it constructed. Whereas the materials to put all this together only cost council $30,000. So this cost less money. It decorates a far greater space. It doesn't block the view across the intersection or make the roundabout into a dangerous place to be. And I think it looks really, really, really good. So, there you go. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. As you can see, the artwork is working. Townspeople are looking at it. Everybody's happy with it. I haven't heard a single complaint. So this is a great success. What that fella said back there, best thing he's seen for a long while. This was a very dead spot. Bland. There you go. Ciao.